Let's talk about Chase product change. And in today's conversation, I want to share with you new hacks that you can implement this year to when you navigate a Chase product change process. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So when we talk about Chase credit cards in general, it's really important to understand that you can upgrade or downgrade your Chase credit cards. Although most people would want to upgrade their Chase credit card. Okay, so if you're looking to change things up with your credit cards, you might be wondering how to upgrade your credit card. In simple terms, this actually can mean either increasing your Chase credit limits or upgrading your current Chase card when Chase launches a newer version. And so the cool thing is that there are both pros and cons if you decide to upgrade your Chase credit card. That's kind of important to understand it. It's important to factor in all the information when deciding whether that's the right next step for you. So the thing here is that when we talk about a credit card upgrade from Chase, it's really about what you're looking for. So it can be, for instance, when we talk about Chase product change, we can talk about raising your credit limits on your Chase card. This is one way to upgrade your Chase credit card. That means that the amount of money you will be able to spend on your Chase credit card increases. Another way to upgrade your Chase credit card is is by switching to a different card within your Chase card portfolio. This means that your new card would have different benefits and rewards, but it might also come with a higher annual fee. And you know that Chase has a constellation of credit cards that you can actually navigate your way around. And so, if you are interested in upgrading your Chase card, then you want to review the other cards on Chase's website, to find one that would be a better fit for your needs. Then you want to call Chase to request the upgrade. And one thing to consider is that if your upgrade is granted, you will not be eligible for sign-up offers as you are a new customer. Additionally, be sure to ask Chase what will happen to any current rewards you might have. I mean, you probably heard about the Chase of 524, the rule, and that's important. It is an unpublished rule, but that's there. So this could be something to think about. Now, does it hurt does it hurt your credit to upgrade your Chase credit card? Not necessarily. I mean, basically, it likely won't have any lasting effect on your credit score. If you were to upgrade your current Chase card, there would be a little impact to the credit history on the account. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let me give you the approach. So when we talk about the Chase product change, there is an approach you want to follow. Okay. Now the question is, should you upgrade your Chase credit card in the first place? It really depends, but the short answer to that is yes. So upgrading, I want to give you a few scenarios. So upgrading to Chase Sapphire Preferred card or Chase Sapphire Reserve. I mean, the Chase Sapphire Preferred card and Chase Sapphire Reserve are two of Chase's premium credit cards, and they are best known for their generous travel rewards. So if your spending goals are focused on travel, upgrading or switching to one of those cards or this cards is a great idea. So what are the benefits of upgrading? Let's quickly go through that. So you have better rewards. That's really important. You also have travel perks, and you have rewards that boost for travel redemptions. Let me really explain that to you, because when we talk about Chase product change, that's an important element to keep in mind. So the Chase Sapphire Preferred offers a 5x points on travel purchased through a Chase Ultimate Rewards, 5x points of Lyft rides, 3x points on dining, select streaming services, and online grocery purchases, excluding Walmart, Target, and wholesale clubs. You have 2x points on other travel purchases and 1x points on all other purchases. The thing is that this is really a lot of rewards when you think about it. Now, alternatively, the Chase Sapphire Reserve offers 10x points on hotel stays and car rentals through the Chase Ultimate Rewards. You have 10x points on Chase dining purchases through Ultimate Rewards, 10x points on Lyft purchases, 5x points on air travel through Ultimate Rewards, 3x points on general travel and the restaurant purchases, and 1x points on all travel purchases. So you can see that you have better rewards, and I'm talking about really better rewards. And you have travel perks. So both of these cards come with premium travel perks. With the Sapphire Preferred, you'll get perks like trip cancellation and interruption insurance, baggage delay insurance, a trip delay reimbursement, one-on-one points transfers to Chase travel partners, and no foreign transaction fees. And the Sapphire Reserve comes with benefits like up to $300 in annual credits for qualifying travel purchases, more extensive travel insurance. You have a Priority Pass Select membership with select access to more than 1,300 airport lounges, and you have one-on-one point transfers and up to a $100 application fee for fee credit. That's for sure for a global entry, TSA pre-check, or Nexus, among numerous other benefits. I mean, the benefits are too long for me to really list here, but they are what they are. And you also have a rewards that boost for travel redemptions. The Sapphire Preferred offers a 25% points boost for travel redemptions through a Chase Ultimate Rewards, whereas the Sapphire Reserve offers a 50% points boost for travel redemptions through Ultimate Rewards. So that's just fantastic. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Chase product change. So I'm just giving you the things you need to navigate to make sure your product change is really successful. Advantages of upgrading, because if you're thinking about a Chase product change, you got to have a clear idea about I would say the downsides of that move actually. So let's talk about the disadvantages of upgrading. So you have annual fees. That's an important element. I mean, the fees are not a joke when you think about it. You have travel focused, and there is no welcome bonus. So annual fees are really high up there. So the Sapphire Preferred has an annual fee of $95, while the Sapphire Reserve comes with a much higher annual fee of $500, $550, so $550. So those fees, I mean, as long as you can stomach them, you can really absorb them, you are good to go, okay? And when we talk about upgrading a Chase product, we're speaking about being focused on travel. I mean, although the Sapphire Preferred and the Sapphire Reserve offer a higher rewards rate in many common everyday categories, these rewards cards are still best for frequent travelers since their rewards and perks are more travel focused. Also, redeeming your points for a cashback or gift cards will not yield as much value as using them for travel, especially through Chase's portal. So those are things you really have to think about, because you'll be forced to actually navigate within Chase's ecosystem. This is something to keep in mind. And the third downside here is that there is no welcome bonus. So as an existing cardholder, you will miss out on the great welcome bonuses offered to new cardholders. For instance, the Sapphire Preferred currently offers new cardholders the chance to earn 60,000 bonus points after spending 4,000 in the first 3 months from account opening, and the Sapphire Reserve offers 60,000 bonus points after spending 4,000 in the first 3 months. So you have that ability, that bonus, that I would say the chance to earn bonuses. You are going to forego that opportunity when you actually do the Chase product change. So you heard it. So when we talk about a Chase product change, you have to have a clear idea about the advantages and the disadvantages of upgrading. Okay, so for the advantages, just to recap here: travel perks, you have a rewards that boost rewards boost for travel redemptions, and you also have a better rewards. But the downsides include annual fees, being travel focused, and there is no welcome bonus. So be aware of that. Let me give you the steps to really follow here. When we talk about a Chase product change, you got to have a clear idea how to upgrade your Chase card. Now, upgrading your current Chase card to either the Sapphire Reserve or Sapphire Preferred or Sapphire Reserve, or upgrading from the Sapphire Preferred to the Sapphire Reserve can be as easy as making a phone call to Chase. Upgrading is generally considered to be a product change, so it shouldn't require a hard inquiry or a new application. However, you will need to meet the conditions for the card you are upgrading to. That makes sense, okay? So for example, upgrading to the Sapphire Reserve requires an excellent credit score. So if you're currently like around 550 or 600, if you want to go to that card, if you want to do a Chase product change to that card, you better be up there in the 700s. So that's really an important element to think about. And one thing I want to say here is that you also got to think about the timing. I mean, Chase is going to grant your request, your product change request, if the timing is right. Because remember, we still have the 524 rule that says that you can't really apply for five Chase credit cards within 24 months among others. Okay, and but overall, one thing I need to say is that when you upgrade, you'll likely keep your same account information and credit limits. If you want to request an increase to your credit limit, different steps are required. It's also important to know that you won't be eligible for any sign-up bonuses, as I just said a little earlier, although you may be able to negotiate a targeted offer when you request your upgrade. So it's one of those things where, again, it goes back to what I said about timing. It goes back to what I said about scalability. In other words, you're able to negotiate a higher limit, better rewards with Chase. And also, everything happens a lot easier, a lot more easily if you go to a Chase branch. If you go to a bank branch, it's a lot easier to actually negotiate than to actually stand on the phone and actually request the product change. So if you want to request a Chase product change, maybe it's just a lot better for you to actually go to a physical branch and have a conversation with a rep and explain everything and explain your motivations for affecting the Chase product change. Also, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Chase product change. I'm just sharing with you new hacks you need to know about this year when you actually do the transition. Let's talk about downgrading, because everybody talks about upgrading. The question is, should you downgrade your Chase card? Because when we talk about a Chase product change, we are speaking about upgrade, but also downgrade. There are cases where you might want to really downgrade your Chase card, depending upon your family's goal or your personal goals. And so downgrading to Chase Freedom Flex or Chase Freedom Unlimited. Now, downgrading your credit card may sound like an unappealing option, but it can offer a lot of benefits. You want to make sure that the card that you have is meeting your spending limits, and a downgrade may help with that. And two options you may want to consider include the Chase Freedom Flex or the Chase Freedom Unlimited. So those are the two when we talk about the Chase product change in terms of downgrading. Now, let me first talk to you about the benefits of downgrading, because there might be benefits of downgrading, as unappealing as this might sound. So you have no annual fee, and you have everyday rewards earnings. So the Chase Freedom Flex and Chase Freedom Unlimited they are available for no annual fee. If you currently have a Chase card with an annual fee, you may want to consider downgrading your card if you're not making up for the cost of the annual fee in rewards and perks. And you also have everyday rewards earnings. So the Chase Freedom Flex offers a 5% cashback on activated bonus categories purchases each quarter on up to $1,500 in purchases, then 1%. You have a 5% cashback on Chase Ultimate Rewards travel purchases, 5% back on Lyft rides through next year. You have 3% back on dining and drugstore purchases, and 1% back on all other purchases. This is really cool. And alternatively, the Chase Freedom Unlimited offers a 5% cashback on Lyft purchases through next year, 5% back on travel purchased through Chase Ultimate Rewards, and you have 3% back on dining and drugstore purchases, and 1.5% back on all other purchases. So that's kind of important to really remember that. And so let's talk about the disadvantages of downgrading, because there are some disadvantages, of course. I mean, as the whole process can really imply. So you have a fewer rewards, you have foreign transaction fees, and you have no welcome offers. So fewer rewards. So in exchange for not paying an annual fee, you will get fewer rewards and more restrictions. For example, the Freedom Flex offers a generous 5% cashback on rotating categories each quarter, but that's limited to $1,500 in spending each quarter. Plus, the quarterly categories require activation in advance, which can be more inconvenient for some cardholders. You also have a foreign transaction fees. So the Freedom Flex and Freedom Unlimited both charge a 3% foreign transaction fee. So if you plan on traveling abroad, it will be better to use a card that doesn't charge a foreign transaction fee. And also, you have no welcome offers. So since you're not submitting a new application, you will not be eligible for the Freedom Flexes, and Freedom Unlimited's welcome offers. And the Freedom Flex offers a new cardholders a $200 cash bonus if they're spending $500 within the first 3 months, while the Freedom Unlimited offers an additional 1.5% cash back on top of all purchases, original cash back rates for the first year on up to $20,000. And this is really cool. So let me really have a quick idea, a quick discussion with you about the downgrading and how do you downgrade your Chase card. Because if that's the path that you want to follow, then it's really important for you to have a strategy, right? Because you're not just calling a Chase and say, you know, I want to download my card. It really depends on how you see your personal finances now and how you see your finances down the road. Because you got to have a clear idea about that delta. Because downgrading just for the sake of downgrading is not going to help you in the long run. So the process of downgrading your card begins the same way as upgrading. So simply call Chase at the number of the back of your credit card to get started. And you have to understand, because downgrading doesn't involve an increased annual fee. You shouldn't have to deal with a waiting period at all, because this is really what it is. And if you complete your Chase product change within 30 days of paying the annual fee on your old Chase card, your fee will likely be refunded. So this is what I was just talking to you a little earlier about the timing. So you want to see timing and see your family's finances or your personal finances to see if this is the right chronology for this sort of change. Now, it's important to understand that when downgrading your card, your Chase card, you will not be eligible for welcome offers. I've said this before. However, you can try to negotiate a targeted offer with a Chase. I mean, sometimes they will grant that depending upon the card itself or your credit profile. Okay, and this is why if you want to increase your chances of actually inching closer to that deal, it's better to go to a Chase branch and have a conversation with a rep there. When downgrading your card, you will not actually have anything. It's important to understand that before you go with a downgrade, make sure you know what will happen with any rewards you have earned so far. So any Chase rewards that you have earned, that's why it's just a lot better to have a conversation with a rep, so that ask all questions, and the rep will actually either reassure you or confirm some of your anxiety, if you will, before you do the download. So when you actually say, I want to proceed with the download, this is an informed decision. You are pretty clear about what will happen, and this is really fantastic. This is actually the best way to do it. Let me give you a bonus here to close to this conversation about the Chase product change. So how to make the most of your upgrade or downgrade. This is the bonus I want to share with you into this conversation. So whether you are planning to upgrade or downgrade your Chase credit card, there are some aspects to keep in mind to make the most of the transition, because it is a transition really when you think about it. So most importantly, you want to make sure that you are changing to a card that better suits your spending habits and rewards goals, or your family's spending habits and rewards goals. So there are a few other things you to do to get the most out of your Chase product change. So you got to think about the chronology. I've said this before. So the time, you have to really time your switch. Timing is everything when you are switching from one Chase card to another. And if you are moving to a Chase card with a lower annual fee or no annual fee, make sure you change within a certain time frame to avoid paying the fee for the old Chase card. You want to ask about how your rewards will transfer. So you have likely accumulated rewards on your current Chase card that you would like to keep. So when you transition to a new Chase card, make sure that you have a clear understanding of how your rewards will be transferred. Your rewards will likely transfer to your new Chase card, but their value might shift. So that's an important element to keep in mind. And also, you want to check eligibility for bonuses. So when you apply for a new Chase credit card, there's often a welcome offer that comes along with it. And it's one of those things where you might want to check whether you could qualify for that. However, when you do a product change, you're not automatically eligible for a bonus offer, because you're not a new customer. Okay, it's important. So you want to check with Chase to see if you can negotiate a targeted bonus offer. That's what I was just telling you about targeted bonus offer. Sometimes Chase will be open to this option to keep you as a customer. So especially if you've been with them for a while and you've been a good customer at that, so they will be willing to work with you. So the bottom line here is, when we talk about the Chase product change, it's important to understand that if your current Chase card is no longer meeting your needs, upgrading or downgrading your Chase card could be a worthwhile option. Do some research to see which Chase credit card will be best for you and your spending habits, and make sure that you meet all of Chase's requirements. then simply call Chase to request a product change or a switch. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I spoke to you about Chase product change. I gave you the overview, the approach, the steps, the bonus, and now the recap. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.